Hello and welcome back to Blue Tinted Glasses. It is match day live time, Leicester City versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Boys, we started early. I thought we had to, and it'll be here shortly. The team news. I mean, let's get. Well, actually, no. Before we get into it, Doc, mate, you're looking nice Christmassy, mate. What's going on? How are you feeling?
I pulled out the blue Christmas set today. I had a lovely day up until the team sheet, right? But gotta keep the Christmas spirit strong. I'm heading home to my family in the evening to spend Christmas with my loved ones. So I am excited for that regardless, and I hope it will be on the back of a good result. And yeah, even though there are disagreements about the team sheets, I think some undeniable. We have to get behind the boys and see what they can do. But I am less hopeful than I was 2 hours ago.
Yeah. We've just we've just got Luke who's joined, so you can tell by his face, but we'll come to him last. Manny, mate, how you feeling, pal?
I'm feeling better than I was when I first saw Ducks. I thought he was wearing some kind of Jack Grealish style headband for a second.
Don't worry, man. I'll never be that stupid.
What has he got on there? And then I thought he was wearing some kind of nun's hat, but all good. Christmas hat, all good. The lineup is a little bit shocking. I would say it's a little bit surprising. Not to say it might not work, but still, There's a couple of. Yeah, I mean, Ward over Everson is obviously a big one. We can only assume Stolarczyk's not fit because he's not even on the bench, so he's not ready to play this intensity of game. The other one is Ayew potentially playing at 10 is a bit of a shock as well. But hey, look, Ayew has scored 3 goals for us this season, so I'm going to hold fire and see how the game goes, and we'll take it from there.
And now we come to Luke. Luke, mate, what's going on? How you feeling?
I'm going to keep it cool, but I can't think of any other reason. I'm not going to rant just yet, but I can't think of any reason why Everson's not in ahead other than maybe he just has poor attitude in training. Maybe he's just not putting in the shift, and maybe Ward is. And Ruud was early to come out and did say, look, let's be rational here. As good as he was as a number 2 last season, Jakub, he's only just came back in for the under-21s, and maybe it's not the right time to thrust him into his first start in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, this is Danny Ward's first league start since March 2023, which was a 3-1 defeat versus Chelsea. That was when Brendan Rodgers was still at the club before he finally decided to drop him in replace of Daniel Everson. Doc, I want to ask you, mate, because Luke just asked a question there, kind of. So I want to ask you: is it just training? Maybe is he just very good in training?
I really do not know. Maybe they've worked it out on playing the ball out from the back, and that's really where Everson did suffer. Right in the period we saw him, I thought Everson is a decent shot stopper, sometimes even a good shot stopper, but he has been very bad with his feet when we saw him back in the Premier League, and it's certainly one of his weaknesses. Right, I do still agree that starting Ward is inexcusable. But in my mind, when I look at it, and as Luke also said, right, you can't put Stolarczyk in. He just come back from a very big injury. You don't want to risk that. Hermansen is out. And how much better is Everson than Ward? He is better, for sure. In my opinion, 100% better. But I don't know how much better. It's not that big of a gap again, all I'm saying. I still want to say it's inexcusable. I don't think Ward should ever play for a football club again. I'd rather throw someone in from the U21s, to be honest. But that's the only inexcusable thing there for me, because with the other questions in Skip and Ayew, I can come with arguments why I believe Ruud has made these choices. And then, if I agree or disagree with them, that's another point. But I can at the very least understand his thought process to why he would do so.
Manny, down to you, mate. Why do you think Danny Ward, after, not just the performances in the relegation season, the performance against Newcastle, and also the fan backlash, maybe Ward doesn't care what us, idiots think, right? As idiot fans, but he's gonna just that if we lose this game 2-1, even if he hasn't done much wrong, he will get the blame. Danny Ward will be blamed for it, no matter what. He will, he will, yeah. Right? So why has Ruud decided to put him in the firing line for it?
Well, he's not the only one, though, is he? We've had previous managers that thought Danny Ward was a better choice than Everson and others, so they've started them. Obviously, they see something in training that we just don't see during the games. During the games, what we see are mistakes, lacking of confidence, bad positioning. errors, and the defence feels like that they're aware of Ward's behind them, so they're more susceptible to be making errors as well. But for whatever reason, we've had a few managers now that have, including Steve Cooper and Brendan Rodgers and others, have thought that obviously that Ward, Welsh international perhaps, he has had a good game to Wales and stuff, and once upon a time, apparently he was a £12.5 million goalkeeper. So said somebody. I know, it's absolutely insane. But look, Ruud is coming here without any kind of previous bias, and he's, for whatever reason, picked Ward. Now, let's not use the Newcastle game as the only benchmark. I say, look, let's give him a chance before we start going crazy. If he starts making errors, then hopefully this was a one-off mistake from Ruud, and he'll, moving forward, won't make that again.
Yeah, if he makes many more blunders today, I never want to see him in the team sheet again, man. I think we are all having a deep hatred and bias against Ward. When I was with Anil on the show, I was sitting there blaming Ward for the mistakes. But as Anil clearly said to me, right, even though you could say Ward maybe could have done better there, he wouldn't necessarily have prevented the goal, or maybe even Bas Hermansen would have prevented the goal, because we had different problems there in our defensive structure, and we simply got played through. So I think we instinctively, when we watch Ward after what was a disastrous performance throughout all of the season when we got relegated, we instinctively look at him and say, you're at blame when something goes wrong. And I don't know how I feel about that, because with the performances he put in before with the club, it's understandable why we do so, right? We have this deep lying hatred towards him, but if we take away that bias for a second, we have to also realize he wasn't at fault for all of the goals we conceded against Newcastle. Our defense was also in shambles for all 3 goals we conceded, but he could have done more. But would Hermansen have saved them? I don't know.
Before I come to Anil, because he's just joined, I just want to ask Luke one thing. I mean, Manny mentioned, I can't remember if it was Manny or Doc who said it, but I think it was Doc. Even maybe someone from the academy. I mean, would you go that far? Would you rather have somebody from the academy in over Danny Ward?
Well, for the same argument that I gave earlier about why Ruud's probably making a measured approach and not thrusting Jakob into the starting 11 for his Premier League debut and possibly drowning him and throwing him in the deep end, you could make the exact same argument for another 21s or 23 goalkeepers. So, mate, I can't think of looking at it objectively, I can't think of any reason why Everson's not started, and possibly a bad attitude at training, or if they wanted to move him on when he didn't do it. Objectively, I can't think of anything that Ward has ever done for the club other than a decent penalty save. He's had a few moments look, I'll be fair here, right? How many of you were all dead against Danny Ward coming into goals after Schmeichel? If you remember that Watford game, I believe he came in and Rodgers ruined that 500 straight start for Kasper Schmeichel, and he actually had a decent game, to be fair. But other than that, and the capitulation that we see in the whole relegation season, I just can't see of anything. He can't play with his feet. He can't shot stop. The defense in front of him is nervous. I just can't think of any reason that warrants him to start other than possibly something in training we don't see.
The last thing the last thing on Danny Ward, we will speak about it more during the match, I'm sure. But the last thing on Danny Ward, Anil, what is your reaction, mate, to the team news? Danny Ward in particular.
Unbelievable lineup, fantastic, everything I always wanted. No Buonanotte, Cody and Vestergaard at the back, Danny Ward in goal, Jordan Ayew on the right wing. Christmas has come early, lads. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've had the meltdown, so I won't say anything else. It's an interesting lineup. Let's put it that way.
Okay. He's been measured. I can't promise he'll be the same at full time, right? But he's been a little bit fairer than he was in our group chat earlier on when he was going skits. But I'm sure it will come. Let's just move on to the rest of the team, and I'll start with you, Anil, this time. I mean, the next one we'll look at. I mean, let's just go up the pitch in order. How surprised are you that Connor Cody starts this one with Okoli and Fast both on the bench?
Yeah, I said to you in a team builder that I thought he had such a bad performance against Newcastle, he'd probably be dropped. But I guess Ruud likes the way that they have worked in the previous 2 games, so he's keeping with him. You're definitely starting to learn who his favourites are. Let's put it that way. So yeah, I'm very surprised because I thought he was awful against Newcastle. But to be honest with you, who was good in that game? No one.
Doc, do you think maybe he's just given some of the players benefit of the doubt that, because we were lacking the midfield maybe, and that's kind of where we were just killed against Newcastle. Maybe he's given Cody one more chance.
Yeah, I actually would have started Cody and Vestergaard myself. I think a lot of it is a write-off from Newcastle, where we clearly were out-battled in midfield, and we got caught in the transition in particular. That's the big worry for me, though. I don't think this duo is bad, but if we get caught in transition, they can look horrible, because I don't remember them looking bad in either the Brighton game or the West Ham game, really. I thought they were really sort of defensively fighting tooth and nail to keep the goal or the ball out of our net. But it is just in that transition we need to be very careful about, especially with Wolves having a good attack. That is also why I'm open to Skip starting ahead of Winks, because while if we dominate the ball, I think Winks would be good to progress the ball forward. I think Skip is a more defensive-minded midfielder, and as long as he doesn't give the ball away like he did against Newcastle to catch us out on transitions, I think the reason he starts makes sense, just to be more sort of defensively against a very decent Wolves attack.
Manny, we're talking about Ward and Iverson. We're talking about Cody and Fass or Okoli. I mean, is there really much of a gap in quality between these players that we're talking about? Is there that much of a gap in quality between Cody and Fass or Okoli? Is that why maybe it's a harder decision than we're making out to be to drop these players?
It's closer to 50-50 than we might personally think. There's not a huge gap between these players. Even between Danny Ward and Everson, there's not a huge gap between the levels of these keepers. We all prefer Everson, of course, but there's not a huge gap between them. There's not a huge gap between Cody and Wout Faes and their current forms at the moment. And Cody has played 3 games under Ruud, and he's played 2 games well, and he's played 1 game badly. I mean, I don't think that's enough necessarily to even drop him, and he does offer that leadership quality, which clearly Ruud likes. It might be a bit of a suggestion, a giveaway as to how we're trying to play today, and this might be Ruud trying to actually bed in a solid style format. It feels like we're a bit closer to sort of Nottingham Forest than we are to sort of Enzo ball at the moment. We are playing this consistently solid defensive kind of mid-block, perhaps a bit lower today than we might have expected normally. But we want to play counter with pace. Slightly surprising that RU is for Buonanotte. That's the big one that is kind of different. But we've been struggling for a right winger, haven't we? If Mavididi plays there's a question mark. If Bilal plays there's a question mark. If RU plays there's a question mark. There's just no clear out-and-out candidate for the right wing. So it'll be interesting to see exactly if RU does play central or does play right wing. What do you think?
Well, we'll talk about that in a sec, because first I want to ask Luke. Obviously, Luke, you've been very vocal on Ward, but talk to me about the defence. Cody, what do you make to that?
Look, I'm not in favour of it, but I can appreciate why you could say last week of the double pivot option that we had, not having our usual partners. We had Hamza and we had Skip. I think Skip, it's a bit harsh. There is moments that I think he's been all right. I do think maybe 25 million is possibly too much, but I don't think it helped that we had in front of him. But definitely, his pace was there for all to see. And I think with Samari being in front of him and Skip partnership and possibly Winks in the second half, then maybe he warrants a second opportunity. But if he has a clanger like he did last week, then I do think you need to start putting on a Coley or Fass.
Yeah, I mean, already 90 people in the chat. Please, if you can, smash the like button. Make sure to hit subscribe as well, and make sure to hit the notification bell too. You've got 5 bells on screen right now, so hit the notification bell for all of us. This is NUFC says should go for Dib. Yeah, we'll talk about transfers and stuff like that at a later time. I mean, we've got time. We've got 15 minutes, so let's just quickly touch on the midfield. I mean, Skip, is this a nil just because Winks is fresh back from injury? Maybe Ruud doesn't want to throw him into it. Obviously, Ndidi is injured. Is that why Skip's playing? And maybe Skip can be a bit more effective next to Samari than he was next to Chowdhury.
Yeah, put it this way. I'm expecting to see Harry Winks come on after 60 minutes. I don't know about the rest of you. But I would say, to be fair, a question you could ask is Winks and Samari, who's making the challenges out of those two? Probably Samari of the two. Maybe Skip is seen as being a bit more physical. I personally don't agree with that. If you look at his tackling stats, Ollie Skip, they're not the best either.
He was woeful against Newcastle, but...
And not just that game, in other games too. He's not like a massive enforcer, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I think it's just not to rush back Winks.
Yeah. Doc,
just a quick word for the Ndidi fan club. Often there's been a debate earlier in the season as to whether Ndidi isn't required for his defensive work. Today's a good test to see how Skip would get on. No excuses regarding his partner. Last week they said it was because of Hamza. Let's see what you got, Oliver Skip. You came here with a bit of a reputation. You came here for a large fee. Now we need you. Time to turn up.
That's a good point. I do agree. This is his time, right? I think, as Anil said, could see Winks coming on in the 60th minute, especially if we are behind and pushing for something. We need more progressive ball carriers. But I'm going to be honest here. This might be a bit of an a surprise opinion, but I'm very much not against. Obviously, I think Facundo has been one of our best attacking players, but having someone start ahead of him now, if I use the right choice, that's a different point. But I'm not totally against it, to be honest. I think with the defense way we're playing with this 4-4-2 middle block, it means that often the wings have to have quite a lot of ball carrying. And while Facundo has been good at that, there has been a few too many times as well. I've realized he has lost the ball on the turnover and just started the transition early. Or started the transition early for opposition, right? It was at fault for one of the Newcastle goal when he tried to bring it out from the back. In the Southampton game where we were chasing, he was willing to take the responsibility of carrying the ball through the midfield, but quite often he did fail, get tackled. And we need someone who has those ball and the willingness to be this direct. But there is also an inherent risk to it. And when we have such a slow defense, giving them more transitions, I think is a big risk. And that's why I think he's not starting, especially after him and Kanoush both had a game against West Ham. And it was clear they were struggling both to fill that number 10 role. Or not both struggling, but Facundo was struggling because he wasn't the only one now. And Bilal was taking all the glory instead.
Yeah. Luke, Facundo Buonanotte, or as some call him, Boanorte. Luke, where is he? Where is Facundo Buonanotte?
I think Anil highlighted it best of the problem of playing him on the right wing, and Bilal essentially is our player. I guess you do need to play your best 11, and you could make the argument that Buonanotte taking the ball moving forward is a lot more threatening than Bilal, but I just believe that Bilal being our player, what we paid for him, his overall game, I think is probably a bit more reliable in the system that Ruud's most likely going to play.
Yeah, I mean, Anil, what's your take on it, mate? Buonanotte, I mean, there's a conspiracy theory, which I am now a believer in, that Buonanotte is going to be going back to Brighton in January, and that's why the club aren't prioritising him. It is just a conspiracy, but why don't you think he's playing?
Yeah, I think I'm the one that started that conspiracy theory because I think it's the only way it possibly makes sense. I think, to be fair, Luke said this. I think he only wants to have one quote-unquote number 10 in the team. So it's either Bilal or Buonanotte. I do think of the two, like that game against West Ham, El Kanous was superb. He was putting so many challenges in, being really physical, I think both parts of the pitch. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go back and maybe either Evan Ferguson comes in or something like that. It seems a bit ridiculous, really, that they're not being used together. I guess if El Kanous comes off, Buonanotte will come on. But yeah, that's a real turn-up, isn't it, for you? There's, say, different coaches have different opinions on players. We'll have to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, Doc, I mean, your turn. Talk to me on Buonanotte because, I mean, probably October time, even start of November, we were saying, you know, him along with Hermanson were our best players. And I think probably, of recent, mate, he's either not performed great, you know, to a high standard, or he's just been dropped. I mean, what's your take on that?
I think he's kind of the victim of circumstance here, right? New manager comes in, he tries El Kanoush and Buonanotte, both playing sort of tens, you know, cutting in from the wing and trying to influence the game. Bilal, our player who we bought for a lot of money, has a brilliant game and has been consistently good on the route, I would say. Even in the Newcastle game, I thought he was the one positive. I thought he had some decent ball carries, and no, he's by no means perfect. But if you look back to last game, right, he's the one who had a case for not being dropped, I would say. And that's what I think Buonanotte is really suffering under, because it didn't really work out in the West Ham game when we had both these players playing together. Kanoush had the better game. He's our player. And while I think Facundo has been fighting for the badge, clearly showing his will to progress and really play for us, I think he's just a victim of circumstance. And especially with how we defend, as I mentioned before, right? The 4-4-2 mid-block, he's not as strong defensively as some. I don't want to say he was shite defensively against Brighton, to be honest. But I don't know if I was the right point, or someone like Casey McAteer maybe. The main point is his position has been taken by Kanoush, and now he's trying to battle in a position where he's not as great as he has been before.
Yeah, I mean, Luke, is there anything that we've spoken about, mate? Anything that we've missed about the lineup? I mean, feel free, mate. What is there any other player or omission from the squad that you're not too happy with?
Obviously, the obvious is Ward, but no, look, to be honest, mate, I think that we're most likely, I'm just not sure what side of the wing it's going to be, because Ruud's the only person I've ever seen Mavididi play on the right wing. But everything here indicates to me that Kanoush, I know people want to see playing the left wing, but I would imagine that just because of how mobile he is, taking the ball forward if he needs to, picking up passes, being a deep line playmaker, dropping back, putting challenges in like the West Ham game, I think that screams to me that he's going to be the 10. And most likely you are going to see Ayew on the right. So, and Mavropanos the left. That's what we're going to see. Daka probably start in the next game. As Anil mentioned, probably going to see Winks come on to the 60-minute mark, mate. The only good thing I guess you could say is that hopefully if Ward has an absolute clanger, that Everson gets subbed on second half. But I doubt we'd see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Rude would do that. Manny, I think, fairly, I suppose, in a way, there are questions at Ruud van Nistelrooy online about the lineup with certain players available. I mean, you look at the bench there on the right side of your screen. Everson's available, Okoli's available, Facundo's available, Winks is available. I know it says Ayew in the subs, but he's starting.
Yeah, on the bench as well. I was thinking.
Yeah, 2 Ayew, great. But
it's Andre Ayew, the other one, sign him for free.
Yeah. Do you think, Manny, that the criticism is fair? Because, mate, let's be honest, it's only what we would have done. It's only what we did to Cooper, right? It is what we did to Cooper. And I said on the live call-in show on Monday night last week that, on Blue Tick Glasses, we will be fair. When the things we criticise Cooper for, we will do the same to Ruud van Nistelrooy.
No, there's always a honeymoon period with any manager, isn't there? And until you starting to disagree with things like lineups, for example, and the 4 players you mentioned is probably the changes I would make. So we agree with sort of 7 of the 11, and there's 4 kind of tight calls that we might have gone a different way. Facundo, just to give a case as to why you wouldn't pick him. To be clear, I would start Facundo. Make no mistake, I would. But the only issue with Facundo is he's more of an individual free spirit, and I think Ruud wants to play. He wants somebody with this sort of positional discipline, who's going to, I know where you're going to be, I know where you're going to stay. You're not going to be caught out drifting and ending up the other side of the pitch because you've gone on some mazy run beating 3 players, but then you give the ball away and we are caught on the counter. Ruud doesn't want to take that kind of risk with an individual. He wants people to be where you're supposed to be, keep that shape, keep that solidity. Now, we used to say the same about Cooper, remember? He's trying to play this defensive discipline and we criticised him for it. What we didn't see with Cooper is an ability, though, to get out of the system quickly and start attacking with a forward threat. We saw Villa against Man City. Classic. Just sit back, deep. But when you get the chance, you spring on them with speed and you try and get 3-on-3s, 3-on-2s. If we are going to try and play that way, which we have been under Ruud so far, and we're going to try and play that way again at home to Wolves, well, then it better work. Basically, otherwise we're all going to start kicking off and start saying, why have you picked Danny Ward? Why have you picked Ayew over Facundo, etc. So, yeah.
I want to make a short point on this as well, because I think why it was so important to, I don't want to say turn on Cooper, but be very clear about when we realized the system that he was trying to play for us wasn't working and we weren't seeing any progress, is the fact that we had the opportunity to sack the manager and get someone in with a tactical system. Ruud, we've seen the tactical system. We've seen us be able to build the ball better. And while it has by no means been perfect, I've seen progression in the weeks I've watched so far. But at this point, what do we get about complaining about Ruud? Obviously, I think it's important we need to voice why we don't agree exactly with what the coach is doing, but we're not going to get him sacked. He has a 3-year contract. We don't have the money to sack him and go out and get another manager. And who would want us then if we sack him in January, right? And try and keep us up. There is also the point of the fact is, this is the guy who has to steady the ship. He's the one who has to keep us up. So we need to get behind him. And I think we have to be fair as well and say, I don't agree with his decision, but there is no reason calling for his head because it's not going to happen. This is the man to keep us up or go down with us. That's the end of it.
Anil, we've spoken a lot about him on the channel over the last couple of weeks. How important is it, do you think, that Mavropanos has a good game today? Because he will be up against Matt Doherty, who I don't think is the best. But yeah, how important do you think it is for Mavropanos to have a good game today?
I think the whole team's got to have a big lineup. Actually, it's funny. Some of the Wolves fans say they think Matt Doherty is going to be playing at left back, so keep an eye out for that. They're a bit confused because you remember they've got a new manager, so we don't even know what they're doing. So maybe there's an aspect of safety first to our team selection. I think it is important. I'll kind of say on this, I really laid into Luke before we jumped into this, but it is a pretty embarrassing team selection, I would say, from Ruud. So I hope he knows what he's doing, but it doesn't fill me with joy, put it that way. But let's see. In Ruud we trust, in the manager we trust. Huge game. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, and as always, go on, Luke.
Sorry, mate. Can I just say one thing? Look, everyone knows that I just rage big time in the group chat and I'm sorry. Okay, but look, you got to understand that after the relegation season we had, it was very painful. And if you love the club as much as we do, and I'm waking up at 2:00 on a weekday before work, painting walls in the heat, and I'm watching that insufferable crap, of course I'm going to be scared and I'm going to be worried about Danny Ward. listen, I was not hard on Ruud van Nistelrooy. Of course, he's new. It'd be stupid to turn on him. I get it. I've reacted a bit. But you have to be fair, right? Last game, we're missing so many players. Both double pivot options were out. Ward probably wasn't even expected to even come on. What happened with Madsen was very unfortunate. What's just really, really frustrating to me is that Danny Ward did nothing to warrant getting a start ahead of what we saw. That's I think is fair and reasonable to say.
I think that's a totally fair point. And I think we all agree that Ward shouldn't be starting. But Iversen isn't leagues above him. That's the main point and why I'm not fuming here. Because again, if Hermansen was available, if Stelacic had not been injured and had been playing a whole preseason, being dropped for the bench or whatever, and showing the continuous progress, I would be fuming because I think we have two keepers who are miles better. But yes, Iversen is better, and I think you should always start the better player here, especially in goal, right? You should start the one who can save the ball, but it's not like we are picking between a Rolls Royce here and a bag of dog shit. Like it's maybe like, you know, it's not that much better that I'm gonna be sitting here fuming. If it was the other way around, I would have lost my head already.
Final questions. Now that you've seen the subscribe, yeah, I know. By the way, Vaughan, that will change in a second, mate. Don't worry. It's Chowdhury who's on there instead of IU. Final questions. Now you've seen the lineups. We're going to ask one more time, and people in the chat, please do the same. Score predictions coming to you first, and Nil.
I said 2-1, so I'll keep to it. But spoilers, that's not what I actually think.
Go on, tell us. I want to hear it.
I think based on this lineup, I think it'll be a draw 1-1.
Okay, Doc.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my blind optimism. 3 points here, and I guarantee you we will not be in the relegation zone come the new year. We need these 3 points. We are going to get him. El Canouche invited to get us over the line. 3-0. I do not care. This will be a battlefield. It'll be ugly, but we need this win. We are going to get it.
Will it still be the 3-0 dominating possession most of the game that you predict?
Fuck it, we'll get the dominant position, man. Christmas miracle. As I said in the group chat, Danny Ward will turn into Prime Neuer, and Oliver Skip will look, I don't know, a great midfielder. Something, who knows?
Skip will look like Ndidi, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Luke.
Booba Samari, maybe. 2 of them. That would be great.
Luke, score prediction based on the lineups, mate. I think I know where this is going. You did say if Ward
Wolves
plays.
3-0. Yes.
Okay.
Wolves 3-0. I will say this. If we score first, I could see maybe getting a result. I think if we concede and we concede early, I can see heads dropping and more faith in the defense being lost in Ward, and I think that's fair to say.
I also think
okay.
That's a very fair point,
and yeah, and quickly, Manny finishes off, mate. The game's about to start. Score prediction.
4-4.
That's actually good. Danny Ward and Joseph in net. Anything could happen.
Neither team can defend.
Well, there we go. We will see you at halftime and full time, guys. When it's, I don't know, it'll be 3-3 at halftime. According to Manny. Cheers, Luke. Cheers, Manny. Cheers, and Nil. And cheers to Doc. They will all be back. Hopefully, they will all be back at halftime. Definitely full time. And yeah, but I'm gonna get through the score predictions in just a second, guys. Let me just hit this. Let me hit this and that. There we go. Okay. Score predictions are 3-1 Leicester, 2-1 to Leicester. Ash says 3-1. Scott says 2-2. Late equaliser. Brockenheim says 3-1. I'm guessing that's to Wolves because it's the other way around. Buzz says 1-0. Forest Fan TV thinks we'll lose today. Psychedelic Peter says losing 3-0. Andrea says 3-1 Leicester. Ray says Leicester 2, Wolves 5. Wow. Peter says 6-point game. Absolutely. Clibo reckons a 2-0 loss. And David says 1-1, which is what I'm going with, 1-1. If you are new around here, this is how it all works. This is the watch along. There's your score. There's your clock. There's your team and subs. And there is the live subscriber count. The clock is about to start going. And there we go. The game has kicked off. Leicester City versus Wolves on the 22nd of December. And yeah, I'm nervous. Sending positive vibes, mate. Thank you so much. Boho says 2-1 to Leicester. Buzz says confidence, lads. We got this. I hope so, mate. I really do hope so. Because I don't know what we're going to do if we don't. It's not going to be very good. It's not going to be a very good Christmas. Here we go, lads. All the best. Leicester convincing win 3-1. I hope so. Mavadidi chases the ball down, plays it into Bilal El Khanous on the left-hand side. Bilal with it still. He loses it. A bit of a poor touch. It's going to go out for a Wolves throw-in. Yeah, anyway, sorry, just to wrap up. So, yeah, there is the live subscriber count. If you do subscribe today, that will go up. Thank you to the 8,800 people so far. That's much appreciated. Leicester 0, Wolves 0, of course, and there is the clock. Let me also update the overlay for you guys. So Ayew isn't on the in the lineup twice because we don't want that. We don't want Ayew twice. There we go. That should now be updated. So you've got Facundo Chowdhury on the bench instead of Ayew twice. There we go. Goals, 0-0 here. Bloody hell. Wolves with a chance to get forward here. Leicester deal with it quite comfortably. It's into the feet of Victor Christiansen. They already look nervous, Peter says. I would agree with that from what I've just seen really, really briefly. 100 people here. If you can please hit the like button and hit subscribe, that'd be much appreciated. Make sure, though, more importantly, to get your comments in throughout the whole live stream. That would be very much appreciated. Wolves get the ball forward here, going long, looking for Guedes on the left. He's not able to get his foot on Gomez, sorry, on the left. He's not able to get his foot on it, and it goes out for a Leicester throw-in. Leicester lose the ball. I hope we don't see too much of that like against Wolves, because that was a big problem against Newcastle, not being able to keep the ball. Here comes Cunha, who should be banned for this one, but he's available to play due to the Premier League or the FA, whoever it is, not getting it sorted in time, which is a mockery. He elbowed a Ipswich staff member in the back of the head and stole his glasses off his face, and he's playing the next week against Leicester City. Make it make sense. Elo Fossub says, well, will Defo win? Why? Because VAR hate Wolves. Don't jinx it, mate, because you never know. VAR might bite us on the arse as well. Three minutes gone so far in this game. Victor Christiansen with the throw-in. Steffi Mavididi trying to win it, but he can't. And Wolves are back in possession now, coming down the left with Gomez. Ayew presses him. Wolves play it back. As I said, please get your comments in and stuff like that throughout the whole live stream. Let us know what you are making to the game, how you think it's going. Here we go. Guedes on the left. Cody steps forward to win the ball. Plays it to Ayew. Ayew's got it now, but he is under a bit of pressure. We have to go back to Justin, who goes then back to Cody and back to Danny Ward. Sorry, Christiansen. Leicester be impressed here. Leicester be impressed. We're struggling to play out a little bit, I would say. Christiansen, nice little bit of skill there, and he's taken out by Strand Larsen. That's a Leicester City free kick from deep within our half. Christiansen plays it back to Vestergaard. Leicester just nice and slow here. Just little short passes. There'll be one to Skip, who then plays it back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward to Yannick Vestergaard. Vestergaard back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward's going to hit it long, which he does. Looking for either Ayew or Justin. Justin wins the header. Tries to lay it on to Ayew. Can't get it though. Into the midfield with Wolves, who just lash at it there. Mavididi's able to win it, but even he lashes at it. Christiansen into Bilal El Khanouche. Bilal El Khanouche under a lot of pressure. Oh, he nearly loses the ball, but he's able to get it to Vestergaard. Vestergaard tries to start a little build-up here. El Khanouche deep within. Mavididi. Is Mavididi up against Doherty? El Khanouche back to Samare. Leicester just trying to build up. Yeah, if you are ahead of us, don't worry. Please try not to spoil anything. Just if something happens, give it 30 seconds or so and then react. Steffi Mavididi. Also, if you are watching and we're ahead, try and pause your stream and let it catch up with us if that's possible. Connor Cody out to James Justin on the right-hand side. Justin into Cody. Cody's very high here, as is Yannick Vestergaard, as is the whole of Leicester's back line. Leicester with most of the ball here so far. Samare, Skip, into Jordan Ayew. Connor Cody. Plays in James Justin on the right-hand side. Heavy touch by Justin. Ball finds its way to Skip, though, somehow. Leicester dominating the ball in these early stages. Oliver Skip gets bodied and loses it. and it's going to be a foul to Leicester City. Free kick to Leicester City. Ruud van Nistelrooy already speaking to Ben Dawson on the touchline here. You could see Wout Faes and Buonanotte in the back. El Khanous to take this free kick. He's just going to pump it into the box. Very easily dealt with by Jose Sarr. Very easily dealt with. Other games around the Premier League today are Everton 0, Chelsea 0, Fulham 0, Southampton 0, Man United 0, Bournemouth 0, and Tottenham versus Liverpool is later at 4:30. Timothy, mate, what do you mean? Oh my God, Ward. He's not done anything. He's not done anything too bad yet. He's all good for now. He's not had a chance to fuck it up yet. What's the crowd like? They really need to get behind the players. Let me have a little listen. Let me mute my mic. I mean, it seems okay. Nothing special. Nothing special. Here's Danny Ward with it. Christiansen. I have to watch along. Too scared of watching alone. Ball forward. Ball forward by Leicester. Oh, Jamie Vardy gets on the end of it, but it's cleared by Jose Sarr. Jose Sarr's outside of his box now and gets rid. A little chance there for Leicester City. Vardy one-on-one with the goalkeeper who got him behind. Vardy tries to just get a little touch over the goalkeeper, but Jose Sarr saves and has to come out with it. This looks like Millwall away all over again. Please don't say it's true. Yannick Vestergaard goes back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward gets it forward to JJ. JJ gets a head on it, trying to guide it towards Ayew, but he can't. Samare wins it back, though. Leicester have had, what can I say, all of the possessions so far. Let me get the stats up so I can try and give you a clue. 57%, so not all of it, but it feels like more. It feels like we've dominated. Christensen under pressure, plays it back to Connor Cody. Sorry, Yannick Vestergaard. Danny Ward's going to pump it long again, looking for JJ on the right. He can't find him, and now Wolves have the ball. Oh, Strand Larsen's in, dealt with by Vestergaard. Samari has gone down injured. I think there was a foul. A little limp from Samari, but I think it's something he'll walk off. Let's just see this Vardy chance again. It's onside. It's onside. El Khanous finds him. Vardy's one-on-one. Yeah, Vardy just tries to tap it over the keeper. Yeah, just tries to tap it over him. Jose Sarr gets a touch on it and is able to deal with it in the end. Wolves with the ball now. They're getting forward in numbers. Guedes with it. Looking for the overlap from Semedo. Semedo wasn't expecting it. That's a foul on Victor Christiansen. It's given, and it's going to be a free kick to Leicester in our own half. Not bad from Leicester so far. Not bad. Just a reminder to everybody that at full time today, as always, there will be an instant match reaction. There'll be a live redirect from this stream all the way over now to the instant match reaction. That will be just after full time, and it'll be a nil. It'll be Luke. It'll be probably Duck, maybe Manny, and they'll all be doing it. Sarr's positioning was good. Must be nice. Yeah, true. Very true. Still 0-0 in all of the games in the Premier League at the 2 o'clock kickoffs. Boubacar Samari, tries to play in El Khanous, but a bit too heavy on it, and Wolves win it back, and Jordan Ayew commits a foul. I would like to see quicker movements from side to side. Peter says, yep. Wolves go long out wide. Here's Nelson Semedo. Samari deals with it. Is that a free kick? He's given a free kick. Booba Samari's just given away a free kick. Not too far. Let's just see this. It was on Guedes. Samari just tries. I don't know what happened there. It just looked like a coming together. No idea. But Wolves have a free kick in a very, very dangerous area. Very, very dangerous area here. It won't be a shot, but it'll be a chance to deliver a dangerous ball, that's for sure. And it looks like it's going to be Mateus Cunha stood over it. And that's not a surprise. The guy who should be banned, but isn't. Danny Ward is going to need to command his penalty area for this one, I think. It's going to be a really good chance for Wolves. Leicester look like they're man marking, I would say. Here we go. Cunha to take it. Very soft free kick, Peter. I agree. The ref's still chatting with the defenders and the attackers, making sure there's nothing too physical going on. Ball delivered by Cunha. It's low. It's not great. Cunha still got it. Mavididi deals with it. And it's going to be a Wolves throw-in. No, Leicester City throw-in. It should have been a Wolves, I think. But yeah. Let off there for Leicester. Christensen to take the throw-in. 114 of you here so far. Thank you so much. If you can hit the like button, make sure to hit subscribe and make sure to hit the notification bell. Only 3.5% of subscribers have the notification bell turned on. Bit of volleyball here between Leicester and Wolves, just going up in the air, in the air, in the air. Christensen tries to win, can't. Back with Doherty. And Wolves reset and go back to their defence. Doherty with it now, looking for a runner. He can't find one. He's had to go back. Gomez with it here at the back. Finds another Gomez. Oh, behave, referee. Guedes. Is that Guedes again? I hope that ain't Guedes again. Who's that this time? It is Guedes. He's a little fucking diver, man. He's a little diver. That's twice now he's gone down and absolutely... What? Mate, the referee's having a fucking laugh here. I'm not going to lie. The referee's having a laugh. Vestergaard steps in, wins the ball back very well. What on earth was that? Guedes, a little pussy. That's what he is. Wolves hit it forward. Vestergaard easily dealt with it, should be. He plays it back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward's going to just have to do something with it here. Justin can only find a Wolves player. Oh, another. Is that another free kick? For God's sake, man. The referee is having a laugh. He's given everything Wolves' way. The tiniest of touches and Wolves players are going down and the referee's falling for it. Hook, line and sinker. Casey McAteer, Mads Hermansen and Ricardo Pereira pictured in the stands watching on. And then the camera cuts to Danny Ward. Okay. I don't think it was given as a Wolves free kick, thankfully. Jose Sarr. Matt Doherty here. Ooh, bit of a heavy ball there. Whoa, that's a foul. What? Another foul given. Another foul given from Wolves. 2 Wolves. That one was, yeah, 50-50. Probably 60-40 to be fair, but Ruud van Nistelrooy joking with Nelson Semedo there, probably saying, "What the fuck are you all right, mate? Gone down again." Wolves at the back with the ball now. Leicester not really had any meaningful possession so far. Wolves were in. Christensen was beaten to the ball by Semedo, I think. But it should be a Leicester City goal kick, hopefully. Oh, he was offside anyway. That would have been offside, no problem. Yeah, Semedo just got to the ball, I think, just in front of Christensen. Danny Ward with it at the back. I shit myself whenever Danny Ward's on the ball. Although Danny Ward, I suppose, on the ball isn't the worry, is it? It's when a shot goes at him. That's the problem. That's when you start to worry. Danny Ward finds Boubacar Samari. Very nicely done there by Danny Ward, actually. James Justin now. He's looking for a runner from Jordan Ayew. A bit too hard. Vardy's going to try and get there. Oh, for fuck's sake, another foul. It's just constant fouls being given against Leicester City in this one. Constant fouls. This time, Jamie Vardy on the Wolves defender. The Leicester players must be frustrated. Jamie Vardy's just done that to somebody. I don't know who that was to, but he's done something. Vardy has there. He said someone's smelly breath or something. Right, Wolves trying to get in to the midfield here with it now. They got it. Cunha's found himself in, and let me guess, another foul. Is that another foul? Another foul. What a surprise! Leicester City have another foul go against them. What a surprise. This time, Jordan Ayew on Cunha. Constant fouls, constant fouls, constant fouls. They're winning everything. Fucking annoying, man. Cunha to take the free kick here. It's not from a dangerous area, but he can get it into a dangerous area, that's for sure. Cunha delivers. I think that was off Vestergaard's head. Semedo with it, looking for a ball over the top. Wolves are in, and Wolves have scored. And it's that man, Guedes, who's injured. Let me take a look at this. Ball easily over the top. Yeah. Who's to blame? Who's to blame? Between the two of them, Cody and Ward, maybe? Should Danny Ward have saved it? Let me know in the comments. Should Danny Ward have saved that? I don't know. But it is Guedes who's scored. The man who's gone down several times already under barely any contacts. Even he scored and he went down injured. The little pussy. But yeah. Leicester 0, Wolves 1. 20 minutes on the dot on the clock. And Leicester City are in dangerous territory. Very dangerous territory. Poor defending. Yeah, I agree. Steffi Mavididi now back to Victor Christensen. Poor touch. And he plays it back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward just going to have to smack it forward, which he does. Here's Jordan Ayew now. Yannick Vestergaard. Connor Cody looking for JJ. He finds JJ. JJ, what's JJ going to do with it? To skip. JJ now into the midfield. Back to Connor Cody. Sorry, back to Yannick Vestergaard. Froggy VR's turned it off. He's had enough. He's seen enough. Oliver skips. Samari. Vestergaard. Vestergaard plays it back to Danny Ward. Danny Ward goes out wide to Victor Christensen on the left. El Canoes gives it away. Vestergaard steps forward and wins it. Oh, and another foul. Another foul. Another foul, man. Another foul that the referee's given against Leicester, even though they've both challenged for the ball. And it's also a yellow card this time. Fucking pile of wank, this referee. I'm fucking fed up of it already. Yeah, probably. It's a 50-50 challenge. And War and Vestergaard's got the yellow card. Make it make sense. Shower of shit from Leicester so far. Shower of shit from the ref. Rob Tanner tweeted, Leicester concede the first goal yet again, and it's another shocker defensively. Dink ball over the top, and Vestergaard doesn't head it. Cody slowed to come over to block Guedes' volley, and Ward too easily beaten. As simple as that. Guedes with a dangerous ball, cleared by JJ. Leicester, really now, I don't know. I don't know where we go with this. Vestergaard clears. Be with Samari now with it. Does a little turn on his man. Jordan Ayew, Oliver Skip. Yeah. And we give it away. Right back, centre back, right wing. Simple as that, Michael. Right back, right wing, centre back. Right back, right wing, centre back. Samari, James Justin, getting forward, looking for Vardy maybe. No, is he going to shoot? He shoots. P roller basically, no power on it. Yeah. Yeah. Cody and Vestergaard are too slow for this league. It's that simple, armchair jockey says. Oh, Cunha's in here. Cunha shoots, blocks by Connor Cody. Off his head. I know he always gets the blame, but Ward is fucking shite. Yeah. Mavididi Samari getting forward. He's taken out finally. A decision goes our way. Leicester take it quick. Oh, you fucking idiot, Mavididi. He didn't expect it quick. Oh, into the penalty area. Mavididi shoots. Tests. Jose Sarr. Saved. The problem there, Leicester took the free kick and it was too quick for Mavididi. He didn't expect it. And yeah, he's had a chance on goal. We get played through so easy, Boho says. Agreed. Samari now, a foul against him. Yellow card. Really? A yellow card. Oh my fucking God, this referee's a prick. This referee's a fucking idiot. Anthony Taylor, prick. Jordan Ayew plays in Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp's down the right-hand side. Oliver Skipp looks to deliver, blocks by Wolves defender Gomez, and it's out for a Leicester City corner. Today, mate, I'm on the Birra Moretti, mate. Birra Moretti. Given a little bit of signal, Vardy and Vestergaard seem to give the corner taker a little bit of a signal there. Maybe setting up a set piece. It's going to be Victor Christiansen to take it. You can see how they miss Ndidi, somebody says. Yeah. Christiansen takes the corner. Ooh, I don't know what happened there, but it's only been cleared as far as but now Guedes has got it. He's gone down again. Guedes just went down again like a little fucking rat. He looks like the foul wasn't given this time. Vestergaard. Skipp plays in Victor Christiansen. Steffi Mavididi now. Steffi Mavididi. Step over. Bilal El Khanous with it. He'll look for somebody at the far post. Justin's there. Cleared for a Leicester City corner. Leicester City have been the better team since they went behind. Without Ndidi and Fatawu, this is just not winnable until Bobby De Cordova-Reid comes on. That's not a statement I thought I'd ever hear. There we go. Interesting take though, Abdul Rahman, mate. Interesting question. Interesting take. Here is a corner, another corner for Leicester. Christiansen to take it. Vardy with his hands in the air. Christiansen, ball delivered into the box. What the fuck is that? He finds someone at the far post, off Vardy's head, out for a goal kick. Not a great corner there. Not a great corner. If the ref buys it every time, why not dive when under pressure? Yeah. I hear you, mate. I hear you. Leicester starting a bit of a press here. Are Wolves still able to play out? They are. They're still able to play out. Samari's already on a booking, so he needs to be careful. Now Nelson Semedo gets forward. Wolves are forward here in numbers. Guedes, ball delivered into the area. It's dangerous. Strand Larsen, it just goes over him. It's out for a Leicester City goal kick. 1-0 to Bournemouth, who are away at Old Trafford against Manchester United. Obviously, every other game is 0-0 other than Leicester 0, Wolves 1. As you know, I'm sure. Jordan Ayew on his chest. Loses the ball. United down 1-0. They are indeed. Bournemouth 1-0 up. Vardy tried a little challenge there. Oh, well in by Skipp. Now in by Vardy. Leicester. Go on. Here's Bilal El Khanous. He's not got really anyone with him. He tries to find Mavididi, but there's too many men around him. Yeah, Boho. Skipp's touched the ball, mate, and that was a really, really good challenge by him. We need to see more, though. We need to see more. I can't think of less enjoyable pre-season and now season as this. Everything stinks. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for your comment, Blue Armour, mate. I do agree that it does stink at the minute. But Leicester aren't out of this. I will say that. We have been the better team since going behind. It's just whether we can turn that into anything. At this stage, no. Danny Ward with it now. The ball's in his hands. Yannick Vestergaard. into the midfield with Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp's probably going to go out wide to VK, which he does. He's going to have to go back to Cody, though. Vestergaard, sorry. We play it right through the middle of the park to Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy's... Whoa! Jamie Vardy was just fouled by Bueno, the Wolves player. Now Wolves giving Strand Larsen a lot to say. A lot to say there to each other between Vardy and Strand Larsen. That's going to anger Vardy, and hopefully it results in a goal. That's for sure. Christensen now. Yannick Vestergaard. I think so, Michael. I think he'll get a little bit to spend. How much that is, I don't know. I don't believe the 150 million that's being spoken of, but maybe 50, 60. James Justin. Oliver Skipp. Oliver Skipp now with it. Yannick Vestergaard. Christensen out wide. Steffi Mavididi. He's going to have to go backwards, though, which he does. Christensen to Vestergaard. Back to Ward. Danny Ward with a dangerous ball there into Samari, but it was all right. It was all right. It's back with Ward. Now Skipp. Skipp plays it to Vestergaard, who's going to go to Cody. Cody's playing as a right back at the moment with Skipp as a centre back. Connor Cody. James Justin tries to find... Oh, this is dangerous, Leicester. Get it forward. We do. We can't keep it, though. Nice challenge from El Canoose there. Vestergaard should win that. He does. Steffi Mavididi. Steffi Mavididi still got it. Steffi Mavididi's fouled. The referee agrees. Free kick. Ash says, I think Steph has been a bit better today. He has. What is wrong? Turaf. Not sure what you're saying, mate. James Justin on the right. Back to Skipp. El Canoose, Jordan Ayew can't get his foot on it. Skipp. He loses the ball there. It's going to be a foul, I think. Yeah, the referee's been a bit more fair. To be fair, he's. I think he is being consistent now. Bilal El Kanouche to take this free kick. They did. They did. CR7 edits, mate. Here we go. El Kanouche delivers. Justin there. Can't find him. Cody. Just goes over JJ's head. Jordan Ayew on the right hand side. Tries to get a ball in. Can't. Semedo now getting forward for Wolves on the right side. 3 men on him. He shouldn't be able to get a ball in, and he doesn't, but it is going to be a throw-in to Wolves. 10 minutes left of this half, and then added time. Throw in by Wolves. And he's Gomez. What is that? Press him then. Oh, JJ, what are you doing, man? Oh my God. No. Oh my God. I'm fucking done, man. It's over. JJ. He's onside. JJ needs to deal with it, and he lets it go. JJ's fault. You can't even blame Ward for it. You can't even blame Danny Ward for that. It's JJ. They're checking for a handball. They're checking for a handball. Given. Goal given. 2-0. 2-0 Wolves. There is no one for JJ. This is the problem, people. You can say JJ shit all you want. There is no one. There's no one else. Ricardo's injured. Merry Christmas, people. Merry Christmas. There's a foul there. No. No foul. You said that last year, mate. You said that last year. If we can't compete against Wolves, God help us against Liverpool and Man City. Yeah, agree. Wolves are now 2 points behind us as it stands. Jordan Ayew with it. Loses it. Strand Larson, Guedes with it. Shoots. Strand Larson, Leicester get rid for now. Samari plays it back to Danny Ward. I can't wait for this half to be over. Why would it be Steve Cooper's fault? He's not a manager. What a weird thing to say. Skip. Samare. El Canoes loses it. "41 minutes on the clock." Sorry, 40 minutes on the clock. James Justin loses it again, and now Wolves will get forward. End the half now, please. Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew's fouled. No, he just loses it. Wolves will have a chance to get forward again here. They've got quite a few men forward. Mavididi and Samari chase him down. Samari wins it. Bilal El Kanoush looking for Vards. Too heavy on it. I didn't blame everything on Steve. I blamed the setup, the shape. That was what I blamed on Steve Cooper. Right now, I'm blaming this on Ruud van Nistelrooy for the team he's picked when he's got better players available. Danny Ward comes out and claims it. Ayew is not up to it. James Justin has... Vardy's in. Vardy shoots. It's blocked by the defender. A good chance for Leicester, and we've screwed it. We've screwed it. Oliver Skip now. Samare. Oh, Skip's going to get booked for that. It's getting scrappy. Is he going to get booked? He's not been booked. We need Daka, Vardy on together. This bullshit needs to stop. Come on, boys. Let's get a goal back and make it a good game. Need changes at half-time. Locks, do you think might not be a bad time to try some of the youngsters? I think I'd rather sign some players in January, to be honest with you, mate. Can't wait for Danny Ward laying down to be photoshopped onto a sunbed to match the toilet one. Yeah. Wolves are in again. No, they're not. It's all good. Yeah, the Wolves are in. Cunha shoots, scores. It's over. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. What is there to say? What is there to say? Genuinely, what is there to say? Is that Danny Ward? Yeah. It's Danny Ward. Merry fucking Christmas, guys. Genuinely, Merry fucking Christmas. I don't know what to fucking say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Steffi Mavididi. Dealt with. What do we say? What do we actually say to what we've just seen? 7 goals conceded in 135 minutes. This is just depressing to watch. Need to spend big in the January window. Things can only get better. How many of us looked at that starting 11 and thought, shit, wow, 3 goals of our own doing? I mean, I don't know. This is an absolute disgrace. I've watched City since 1963, and this is, my friend, some of the worst shit I have seen, seriously. He's injured, mate. He's injured. Bad goalkeeper. Wow. Would like Matt Turner. He better. Yeah, I'll take him, mate, over Danny Ward. I've said it, mate. It's a shower of shit. It's a shower of shit. The players should be embarrassed. Ruud van Nistelrooy should be embarrassed with the lineup he put out. They should all be embarrassed. Every single one of them. The two gimps in the crowd should be embarrassed. And I mean, Rudkin should be embarrassed. Every single person associated with Leicester City Football Club should be embarrassed with what is happening on the pitch right now. They should all be embarrassed. Every single one of them. I'll give Ruud a LLC forever. I will give Ruud a transfer window like Cooper had. Yeah? Let's see the players that Ruud brings in. And then we'll see, won't we? I'll give Ruud the transfer window. There we go. There we go. Ruud brought in Jordan Ayew. Ruud brought in Oliver Skip. Let's see who... sorry, Cooper brought them in. Let's see who Ruud brings in. Let's see who Ruud brings in. That is half time. That is half time. Yeah. Let's get the guys in. Guys, where do I start? I mean, yeah, go on, Luke.
You see why I was worried before the game, don't you? It doesn't matter who you sub on at this point. It doesn't matter who you put on. It doesn't matter who you bring in the January transfer window. If you are going to start Ward and Hermanson is not available, this is what you can expect from every single game. There is glaring issues, obviously, in defence. James Justin is officially done, probably as a Premier League player. It pains me to say it because he's had a brilliant day before he was injured. If you put Ward in goal, that is what we can expect, and you may as well just not turn up. And there's a reason why the players are leaving, all the fans are leaving the ground, because that was a complete disgusting. Like, Anil, talk to me about how unsexy those goals were from Wolves. They weren't even great goals, and that's not me being salty. It's just poor defense.
Yeah, that's the most horrific thing, I think. It's like you could get beat 3-0 if the other team's been amazing. You can be like, fair play. They were spellbinding. They've scored world-class goals. They've pulled us apart. They've drugged us around. Every single one of those goals felt like it was just all self-committed, poor play, simple ball over the top. What's Justin doing for that second one? Third one, Danny Ward's. I've seen people with arthritis who've got stronger wrists than that. Where'd you go? So we're 3-0 down against a team that was one of the few teams that's in the relegation zone. We were 5 points clear of them at the start of this game. Not going to be after that. Absolutely awful. But
it's shambolic, man. It's shambolic. This is a costly lecture, right? Ruud has made a mistake here, and I think he will admit it himself. But if he makes this again, starting Danny Ward, we have serious trouble. I think the second goal, you could maybe cut him some slack and say he wasn't expecting the ball to go through, but you should be prepared anyway. Mads Hermansen would have got that. The first goal, Mads Hermansen would have got it. The third goal, Mads Hermansen would have got it. We would have been 0-0 with a decent chance, with a good chance. We've been the better team all around. That's the thing. We've been the best team throughout these 45 minutes, but we've had 3 chances go through. 2 of them because of horrible defender mistakes where the keeper's been so shy he couldn't save anyone, man. Like, it is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. And I never want to see Danny Ward play for this club again. Never. Never.
I was just about to bring that up, but yeah.
Go on, Neil, talk to me about it then.
No, I was just about to mention the game. Our XG is 0.19 and theirs is 0.41. So of those choices, they expected to score like half. So it shows you how bad. And again, it's not like, again, if you sometimes get played off the park, and that's fine. This was the opposite of that. We kind of go, what do you want to do? Do you want to do that? All right, then. And then it's like it's not even getting the basics right. And that's the worst thing. Are you doing the basics of your job? No. From the goalkeeper to defenders, even somebody like Ayew, I'm not seeing what he really brings. He's running around a bit, but again, is he working enough? No, not really. So, yeah, this one's on Ruud, unfortunately. I hate to be on the manager, but he's got to make some drastic changes because, again, it's on his head. But the players are just as fault just for doing. If the Ruud's going to go, if you can't do the basics, we're going to take you off, and then we get somebody that actually wants to be here, even if it's an academy player, because at least they've showed the grit and determination that they want to stay. Even like somebody like a Casey McAteer, he'll give you more in the game.
It's a team sport, but it's Ward single-handedly killing this franchise. I think there is a good point in that because this is just my opinion. I think eight players on the pitch or something has actually had decent games and shown their value. I do still think we need to make changes and improve things, but Manny, is it just on Ward and Justin, or like where do you stand on this? Obviously, you've been screaming a lot for Ndidi. I think he's been a great player for us, but I don't think Skipper Sumari has been horrible. I think Sumari in particular has been fantastic.
Yeah, Sumari's been good, but we see, don't we? Look, Wilf's been. We've had 3 halves of football without Wilf. We've conceded 7 goals. Yeah, he's just absolutely vital in a lot of these chances, not even getting started. So a long ball, someone's closing him down, so the long ball doesn't get away. But there's more fundamental problems than just Wilf being away. It's not just Wilf, and suddenly we're magically going to start winning comfortably. You know, how a long ball, we're struggling with long balls. It's unbelievable. They could just pump it up front. And Vestergaard's struggling, and JJ was struggling. And Vestergaard, I think he's getting a pass here. You know, he can't play any kind of high line with Vestergaard on the pitch. There's any kind of space in behind him, he's trouble. And if he does actually make a bit of a ricket, which he will do, he then has a tendency to then lunge post-ricket. And it's a disaster waiting to happen against clinical attackers. And they've got good enough attackers to expose that weakness. And, you know, we would have talked about starting lineup. This one is on Ruud, unfortunately. I hope he learns quickly that the likes of Ward, not required. You know, Facundo has to play above Ayew. If Vestergaard, if we want to play a higher line in any situation, you need to play a Coley.
To just say something here about, you know, the high line, right? Do you think this has been more on kind of Cody being bad on the high line or Vestergaard? Because I think those two players had wildly different games in terms of performances.
Both. Let's look. We're trying to always look for the positive parts of these players and say they're capable of doing it on their day. But realistically, we're not going to start massively climbing up the table with those two at the heart of our defence. They're not quick enough. It's not against them personally. They've been good pros in their time, but the game's moved on. It's faster than ever. We need speed. All over the pitch, not just a centre back. In every position, you need speed. JJ's lost a yard of pace. It costs. We need speed on the pitch. We cannot have slow players anywhere.
I think that's a very fair point. Anil, I want to hear from you though, because there was some tactical changes, right? I wonder how many did you spot? Initially, I saw the fact that Christiansen is playing more back and Justin this time pushing up the right. Yeah. Was that how did you see the tactical battle? If you just ignore the 3 blunders of goals.
We just ignored the fact of everything that went wrong and completely destroyed not only
has gone wrong, but outside of that, give me your
this game and see. I mean, it's difficult to look at that, Andreas, because we've just been so awful. But I mean, I do agree. Unfortunately, I think a lot of this is on Ruud. We were just talking about pre-match. I said, you know, that's a honking lineup. I mean, you knew it going into the game. It's not just Ward. Of course, Ward's been awful, but he said it again. Cody and Vestergaard at the back, not the best. Jordan Ayew, what's he really done? I mean, keeps going down. I mean, yeah, the only thing I can say is Bouba Samari's actually been pretty good. Other than that, it's been awful. Yeah, I don't think the one thing I will say is not just we're bad at the back, but we're not really looking that creative up front either. I suppose Vardy had that chance that was cleared off the line. He almost got through by El Canoes. We haven't really, it's not like we've been pushing them back, got them under the cosh, like it's relentless pressure and they've hit us on the break. It's just, Neil, you said it when you came into the game, it's been a pretty even match and they've just basically scored every time they've kicked it long, which is insane to say, but it's true.
I think that's a very fair point, and Luke, I wanna ask you, right? If you had 3 changes to make now, if you're Rude, because I saw a great comment before about we need a statement, right, from Rude. That's one thing we liked a lot on the Cooper when things were going horribly wrong. What would you change? Because I think you're very right.
I would
in highlighting
change
the fact that there's
if
both
we
offensive and defensive problems.
If we start Danny Ward again, you guys keep making fun of me for this. Why are we starting Danny Ward? There's a lot that Ruud van Nistelrooy has to answer for. Yes, it's been only 4 games. Tell me what advantage, if I put a gun to the back of your head and I said, I want you to name some pros of why we should play Danny Ward, what would they be other than saving a penalty? We've been set up to fail with this. I'm not saying, I may have said it earlier, but seriously, you objectively need to look at this. Why are we starting Danny Ward ahead of everyone else? The defense is obviously awful. James Justin, if you want to talk, you were asking Neil earlier. This is the exact same problem we had under Cooper. We're playing James Justin at right-hand side. We're playing a high line, as Matty talked about, which is exactly right to point out that if you are going to play a high line, you want to have a Coley there, so it's not as brutal in transition. And then if you're not going to have, there's a few times where we passed the ball back, and yes, Danny Ward did leave his goal to come out to receive it, but it was about 1 to 2 seconds. They're probably slower than you would expect Hermansen, who'd be right out there ready to receive it. So if you are going to play it back, to be fair, made a few semi-right passes, but most of them were scary. But mate, why is I know I'm ranting here, mate, but honestly, I'm starting to get a little bit worried, to be honest. I know it's only been 4 games, but the fact that he played him after last week's performance and it's even worse in the first half, serious questions need to be asked.
I think those questions are very fair to ask. Neil, for you, right? We just saw Lux come with some changes in the chat. I genuinely don't think getting Iwarsno would be a bad shout, just to get potentially the few fans left in the stadium to maybe bring a bit of energy in any attempt to salvage something from this game. What do you think, Neil?
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking before you were saying, I was like, have I heard a player that's been booed more that played for our team? And I genuinely can't think of another player that's been playing. Normally, it's with a player that's played for us, then gone to the opposition, and the opposition's obviously come home. I can't think of another player. It is on Ruud. Let's be honest. We saw the second half performance against Newcastle, and that would have been a perfect opportunity to put in an Everson. Yes, Everson can't pass out from the back, but he gives you that shot-stopping ability. I don't know what Ward gives you. He's more of a hindrance. He's more of a benefit to the opposition than he is a benefit to us. And when you're putting that in, you're really saying something where a lot of us would rather play an under-23 keepers at the top at the moment.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Neil and Manny both this, so I'll ask you first, Manny. I mean, if you're Ruud van Nistelrooy, you walk in that changing room, and the players walking after you, what's the first thing you fucking say to them?
I wouldn't say a thing. It's too easy to scream at them. I don't say a thing. They should just be embarrassed. They should sit there, have time to contemplate what the hell is going wrong and what they should figure out. Because at the end of the day, the players need to step up now. He's given these players a chance. I would make 4 changes ultimately at half-time. I would change a lot of the spine of that team. Ward off, Everson. Get a Coley on. Get Winks on. Get Buonanotte on. Those 4 straight away.
It's now the time to take the fast right back experience out there. James Justin had a stinker, right? We are 3-0 down. We can't lose more this game. Get fast on right back. Maybe try something there. You mentioned this before.
Try Skip right back. Try fast right back. Try anybody right back. Go 3 at the back. Go 3 centre backs. And take JJ off if you want. And take both full-backs off and put a centre-back on instead of a Coley and have another attacker on the pitch in Facundo and keep RU on. We're going to score 4 goals, right? We don't even want 3 at the end of the day. We want 4. So, and keep a clean sheet. Go for it. Just go for it. May as well roll over 6-0.
What do you think, Anil?
I don't know. I mean, I'm worried if we do try and go for it in the second half, it's going to end up being like a 5-0 home defeat or something like that. I mean, the game's over. Try and restore some pride. I don't know, get like a goal or 2 this half.
Fox has never quit, Anil. Think half-time, Champions League final, Istanbul. This is the situation.
Well, that wasn't us though, was it, Manny? That was Liverpool, not Leicester City.
We've got Skippy Gerrard in midfield, and we need him to step up. Big game here. 30-yarder to start it off, please.
I mean, look, a lot of people in the comments have said this, which is true. I mean, the reality is we don't have the quality. I mean, fair play to Imran, who often comes into our chats. He said that many times, is we just don't have the quality. What do you do if you're Ruud? I mean, he's got to take a lot of it on it. And Ross has put the tomorrow's call in. It's going to be very interesting. That's one way of saying it. It's going to be pretty salty, that's for sure.
But you make 4 changes, right? Like you have to change basically half the team here. a few embarrassing performances. You get Bonanotti on, you get Winks on, you get Fars on at right back, I'd say, and then you swap out Iversen.
I hope he does make 3 or 4 changes. I wonder if he'll do the goalkeeper. Normally, you would never do that, but I think he has to for his own sake.
You can see it in Danny Ward. That's a big.
But will he? We say he has to. Do you think he will? I don't think he will.
I don't
Danny
think
Ward,
he will. But
Danny Ward will be on that pitch.
He's going to be booed as he comes out of the tunnel.
Yeah,
He'll be booed as he comes out the tunnel by the Leicester fan.
You can see Danny Ward is low on confidence, right? You see every time Hamilton concedes a goal, he is raging because of the fact that we know he's doing everything he can to keep them out. Before the goal even comes in here, I'm just watching on my second screen now. You can see another iconic picture. 2 games of Danny Ward this season. He's been looking like he's been sat on the toilet reading a newspaper while the ball goes through his net, and now he's laying down having a nap while the ball is heading in towards the net. I mean, you can see it. He's given up, man.
Fast is on
the pitch, by the way. Fast is on the pitch.
Fast is on.
He's not in confidence.
Wings.
Get him out. Don't.
But what about the goalie?
Ooh.
Winks is on as well. That's 2 out of 4 changes we needed.
Yeah, where's the keeper? Where's the keeper?
You know what?
I'm pretty sure there was a Premier League game, and he'll remember probably better than I do. I think it might have been under Mickey Adams. We were 3-0 up away at Wolves, and we lost 4-3.
Yeah.
This is the reverse of that fixture today. Come on, boys.
I want whatever man he's had for lunch. That's what I can say.
We need this. It's the Christmas spirit, man. This is going to be.
Someone needs to injure Danny Ward. Someone needs to do like that episode of Simpsons, right? Remember that bowling episode when they didn't want Mr. Burns to play in the bowling team and he come out of a crowbar? Mo says like, that's what we need, but that's someone to put a belt.
Everson should take it upon himself and 2-foot him in the changing room.
Fucking Justin's still on. So you take Fast on instead of number 23. That's wait.
Just Fast and Winks. Just Fast and
Wings.
Yeah.
Right, lads, I'll let you go. We'll see you at full time. Thank you to Manny.
Misery,
thank you to Luke. Thank you to Andreas. And thank you to Neil. There we go. There we go, guys. So as you just heard, the changes that have been made are Harry Winks has come on and Wout Faes has come on for Cody. No, Wout Faes is on for Vestergaard. Cody's still on the pitch. Connor Cody's still on the pitch, and Vestergaard's the one who's come off. Jesus Christ. Yeah, mate, it's all good, mate. We're all feeling the same, pal. It's embarrassing. Jordan Ayew is still on the pitch. Here's James Justin. Harry Winks. Wout Faes, Connor Cody. Let me know in the chat. Do you agree with that? Vestergaard and Skip off. Winks and Fass on. What do you make to Vestergaard being the one that came off? I'm not sure on that, but we'll soon find out. Vesti was on a yellow. That's true. That's true. James Justin trying to get the ball back here. He can't. He's chasing his man down. He gives his player a nudge. This team has conceded 40 goals this season. 40. Don't know about you fine folks, but I'm feeling great. I bet, yeah, man, you would be feeling great. You're in the Championship. You love the Championship, Leeds do. It's like Leicester. We love being in the Premier League. You guys love being in the Championship, so you should be happy. I can't stand JJ anymore. It don't matter. You're getting battered. It does, exactly, yeah. Fast own goal incoming, bloody hell. Fucking hell. Remember, guys, at full time, the lads who were just on at half time will be back for the instant match reaction. You don't need to go anywhere. You'll just be redirected live to the instant match reaction at full time. It'll be a Neil, Manny, Luke, Doc, Neil. A lot of them, hopefully. Mavadidi. Joe, I didn't know if you noticed, we're not in the bottom 3, mate. So, Connor Cody, Wout Faes, Victor Christiansen. Plays it forward, Bilal El Kanouche. Christensen back to Faes. Danny Ward should have saved goals 3, but Sumari did not get goal side of his man run into the box, which allowed him to receive ball and take a shot. This is unacceptable. Agreed. Don't worry, guys. Only Liverpool up next. Merry fucking Christmas. I think, as Anil said, you know, would it be the right thing to do? Would it be smart to go all out attack in this half to try and and get something from it, because are we just going to get carved open and end up 4 or 5-0 loss at home the game before Christmas? I don't think anybody needs that. If I could get my money back, I would cancel my trip next week. It's depressing. Liverpool be a cricket score. Wolves are playing through us at the minute. Might do a Forest and beat Liverpool. I'd be bloody surprised. Yes, Ward is still on. So is Jordan Ayew. The substitutions at half-time were Harry Winks on for Oliver Skipp and Wout Faes on for Yannick Vestergaard. James Justin looking for a runner of Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew is forward here. He's got a chance to put a ball in. It's a piss-poor ball, and it's cleared by Wolves quite comfortably. Pathetic from Jordan Ayew. Connor Cody, back to Faes. Faes to Victor Christiansen. Fucking hell, man. Christiansen, he's got Mavididi to his left. He looks for Vardy instead. Vardy tries to get on the end of it and can't. I think Vardy made a bit of contact there with the goalkeeper's head. Should have kept Cooper to the end of the season. He would have kept you up. He definitely wouldn't have kept us up. Definitely wouldn't have. The question is whether Rude will as well. Vivian Ruhig, it's Sideshow Bob. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Jose Sal's receiving treatment down on the pitch. The camera pans to Vitor Pereira, the new Wolves boss. Hermanson and Ndidi have been covering the cracks. You're probably right there, mate. Bobby. Okay, so the substitutions that are about to be made. Are you ready, folks? Hamza Chowdhury and Bobby De Cordova-Reid. Hamza Chowdhury and Bobby De Cordova-Reid are the substitutions that are about to be made. And that leaves us with one left after that. Obsessed FC, what do you expect? Daka and Facundo looking on from the bench. I wonder if Hamza will be coming on for JJ or another man in midfield. What do we think? Is Hamza coming on for JJ? What do we think? Wout Faes. Harry Winks looking out wide. Mate, as it stands, you'll go above us, mate. You'll go above us. Here's Hamza Chowdhury on for James Justin. Hamza Chowdhury on for James Justin. And Bobby D. Cordova-Reid surely coming on for Jordan Ayew. El Kanouche! Oh my God. 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 I don't know what to say. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid has just come on for Bilal El Kanouche and Jordan Ayew still on the pitch. Holy shit. Holy shit, guys. Harry Winks looking for Mavididi. Is he going to get there? He doesn't. Never in a million years did I think that Bilal was going to be the one coming off either. Steffi Mavididi running down the wing, looking to deliver it into the hands of the keeper, Jose Sarr. Wow. Wow. Oh, I don't know what to say, people. I really don't. I really don't. There is no doubt the worst managed match of the season. Players look happy to be subbed off. Samari, Jordan Ayew over to Bobby D. Cordova-Reid on the right-hand side. Hamza Chowdhury. It looks like we're playing a back three here of Christiansen, Fass, and Cody as Hamza in the midfield. Steffi Mavididi. Step over into Buba Samari. Buba Samari. Oh, he gives the ball away. KDH is so overrated. KDH ain't even playing. Oh, Wolves are through here. Poor pass from Guedes. Luckily. How am I meant to sit here and watch another 35 minutes of this? They don't look empty, mate. They would have at half time. There's definitely some seats that are empty for sure, but Wolves will have no easier game all season. JJ actually sprinted off the field first time today. Selward and JJ to Montenegro League, not gonna lie. Chowdhury. Connor Cody looking for a long ball to Vardy. Vardy's one-on-one. Vardy's one-on-one into the side netting. Vardy goes over the advertising hoardings, back onto the pitch. Good chance for Vardy there again. Warnock in. Somebody said in the chat, Pele 10. Fucking hell, man. That's how fucking bad this has got. People are saying stuff like that. Wolves managed to play out. Wout Faze tries to get a foot in. He can't. Wolves still with it here. Guedes. There's a Wolves player down injured. He should be okay once he starts crying. We don't really know, mate. I mean, he's only just back from a big injury. Buba Samari. Even he loses it. Mavididi. Nah. Leicester getting forward now with Winks. Winks out to Bobby D. Cordova-Reid. The second goal is still so laughable. Agreed. Vardy here. Forward. He's asking for a man. He's asking for something, and he's not getting it. He's asking for somebody to support him, and he's not. Mavididi now on the left. Ball in. Jordan Ayew shoots. It's blocked. I still can't believe Ayew's on the pitch. Cleared by Wolves. Wolves will get a chance, though, to go forward again. Here's Guedes, who's been very good today for Wolves. Man United are now 2-0 down to Bournemouth, by the way, people. Mavididi loses the ball. Still Leicester 0, Wolves 3. And Wolves calm it down. It's embarrassing. This is so bad, man. This is really, really bad. Connor Cody with it at the back. Ward is League 1 quality at best. Amp Edit says. Probably League 2. Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew's fouled. I still can't get over how bad this has been, mate. It's actually an embarrassment. This will probably finish 3 or 4-0. It's 3-0 at the moment. Steffi Mavididi against Semedo. Mavididi still with it. Tries to put a ball in. Cleared by the Wolves defender. Just to remind people as well, at full time, instant match reaction. Don't go anywhere because what you're watching right now really isn't very entertaining. You are just watching me suffer miserably. But at full time is where the real action starts, and it will be an instant match reaction from Neil, from Manny, from Luke, from Anil, and from LCFC Duck, Andreas, our Danish fox. And he will, and they will all be reacting to this game. There'll be a lot said. There'll be a lot of rage. There'll be a lot of anger. There'll be a lot of pain, a lot of criticism to the players and to the manager. But what can you do? Jordan Ayes take a free kick or a corner. Looks like a free kick. Jordan Ayew delivers it into the penalty area, off Vardy's head, into the keeper's hands. Bournemouth 3, Manchester United 0. Wow. Bournemouth 3, Manchester United 0. Leicester City 0, Wolves 3. I don't see where we get enough points from on current form. Yeah, our only hope is a decent transfer window. I agree, mate. Yeah. If we don't have a decent transfer window, we're down. We're gone. 100%. If we don't have a decent transfer window, Leicester City will be relegated. There is no doubt in my mind whatsoever. Like, whatsoever. I wish Man United were worse than us, Chester. No one's worse than us at the minute. I have never had such a miserable weekend before Christmas. I have never had such a miserable weekend just before Christmas. This is fucking horrible. Oh, now Vardy gives away a foul. Yesterday? I don't know. What do you mean, mate? I'm not sure what you mean, Krishna, yesterday. Locks, how are we going to buy 6 to 7 players realistically, and who is going to buy 6 or 7 of our shitty players? I'm going to put all my energy into forgetting about Leicester fucking City for the next 3 days. I think that's the best thing to do, mate, to be fair. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Guedes puts in another Wolves player there. That's all right. Let Christensen deals with it. If Van Nistelrooy can't pick a better team today, why do you think he'll get better players in the transfer window? Oh, yeah, it's just miserable. Yeah, just this. This is enough, isn't it, Krishna? This is enough to ruin your weekend. This is fucking shit. It's so embarrassing, man. Yeah, that is true. That is true, Sean. Here we go. Where are they? They're up here. Look. From better times, eh? Better times. Oh, they've fallen. It's fine. We've got Liverpool, City, and Villa up next. Cheers for reminding me, Ray. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid on the right-hand side. Plays in Hamza Chowdhury. Hamza Chowdhury in, blocks, and it's going to be a Leicester City corner. 66 minutes on the clock. I hate how I let this club affect me, honestly. I wish I couldn't care. Yeah, mate. Honestly. Dan Potts, Arsenal's 12th man, football's 12th man, sorry, Dan Potts. Great YouTube channel. He did a video giving away essentials for the homeless, and he asked somebody, what team do you support? And he went, I don't like football. And Dan Potts turned around and went, well, that means you've got less stress in your life, which is true. It's true. I wish I cared. I wish I didn't care about football. And I wouldn't be sat here watching this shit on camera. But there we go. Wolves will have a chance to get forward now. They've got a lot of men forward, and Leicester don't have many back. Guedes, crunch and tackle by Harry Winks. Jamie Vardy. Steffi Mavadidi now. Buba Samari. Over the top for D. Cordova-Reid. Can't find it. At least I've just managed to write some Christmas present tags. That was more entertaining than what I'm watching on screen right now. Have seen Ipswich fixtures. The Jan can't see us getting a point. I hear you, mate. You don't need to tell me. Honestly, you don't need to fucking tell me. Why didn't Wink start? Was it a fitness issue? Yeah, I mean, he's been injured for a few weeks and he's only just come back, so they probably didn't want to chuck him in, but yeah, I don't know. Leicester City have one substitute left available, by the way. Yeah, blue armor, that's true. Oh, Wolves. Wolves are here. Semedo on the right hand side. Mavadidi's chasing him down. Doherty. Ball delivered. Yeah, good question. Good question, Michael. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Wolves are just schooling us now. Just a reminder, Leicester 0, Wolves 3. The goals for Wolves were the 19th minute with Guedes, the 36th minute with Gomez, and the 44th minute with Cunha. All three of Wolves' goals coming in the first half. 3 goals in the first half, just like against Newcastle, 3 goals in the second half. Fulham are still drawing 0-0 with Southampton. Everton are still drawing 0-0 with Chelsea. Leicester City's next matches are, wait for it, Liverpool, Man City, and Aston Villa. Maybe. Maybe so. We go. 1 point. We'll be lucky to have 1 shot. That's true. Man City are in free fall, so Leicester should get something from that game. I can't see it. Costa, I appreciate the love, mate. I appreciate you sticking around, pal. It's very much appreciated. This is the last match day live before Christmas, and what a shit one it is. Although we've not had many this season, have we? What are the good ones? Bournemouth, which I didn't really do because I was on holiday. Southampton, 3-2 comeback. Ipswich, 1-1. Meh. And then that was really it, wasn't it? Until West Ham, 3-1 win. Brighton, 2-2. Man City is so shit, but I don't see us getting points regardless yet. Wolves still looking pretty crap. Bogdan says maybe a miracle will happen on Boxing Day and we will win against Liverpool. Can you imagine? Away at Anfield. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. Yes. And the reason I think we're going down is because I don't trust the club. I don't trust the owner and the board to give enough resources, make enough resources available for the window. We need a right back. What quality of right back can we get? We need a centre back. What type of quality centre back can we get? We need a right winger. You know the drill. What quality right winger can we get? If you are any decent winger, decent right back, or decent centre back, and you are watching Leicester versus Wolves, you would rather go to Wolves in the January transfer window than you'd go to Leicester. And that's just facts. And the worst thing is that we've got some notable games coming up, some high-profile games, Liverpool, Man City, Villa, where a lot of eyes will be on them games. And if we're as bad as this in them games, we're going to get thumped in them ones as well. So, again, why would you come to Leicester who are going to get relegated? I think if we make some decent signings, we'll stay up. But we can't make them signings. It's a paradox, isn't it? We can't make them signings if all the players think we're shit and they're going to go down. Yeah. Out of Wolves, Palace, Everton, and Leicester, who are the worst, Michael? Because I think I know the answer to that right now. I think we know the answer to that question, mate. Jordan, are you? It's more than locks. It's been 4 years of neglect from top on the board, watching Rodgers take us down and sticking with him too long and giving silly money to average players, also letting players run out their contracts. What happened to that from an average Premier League club? We became a team. Yeah. Okay, so here's a positive note. It looks like we need another great escape. If we make it, we all know what the story says from there. Jordan Ayew still on the pitch, by the way. It would be the same, mate. It would be the same. Ayew to deliver a ball here. Cleared. Yeah, that's true. It could happen. I think it has been sorted for Facundo Morelos to go back because we want that Ferguson. Maybe so. We don't even look like having a shot on target at this point. It's the owner's fault. Shocking summer window, shocking managerial appointment, and shocking managerial replacement. Wow. Another chance for Wolves there to score. Danny Ward's able to get out and just save it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, Krishna, the summer window that we only got the players that Cooper wanted. Ayew, Skip, they were all Cooper signings. Boubacar Samari now driving with the ball forward, trying to create something out of nothing. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid. Bobby D. Cordova-Reid tries to play it in across to Mavididi. Doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Wolves have an even tougher run of fixtures. I don't think they do, mate. I think ours are tougher. Let me just read them out to you. Where can I find them? Here we go. Leicester have. Why is it not showing me? Leicester have Liverpool, Man City, Villa, Palace, Fulham, Tottenham, Everton, Arsenal. Okay, so some really, really tough games there. Let me read Wolves' out. Wolves have United, Tottenham, Forest, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Villa, Liverpool. Yeah, you're probably right, actually, mate. Sorry. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right. I think, mate, what it comes down to is who is going to have the better January window. I think that's what it's going to come down to. I genuinely believe we have a weaker team this season than in the Championship. I don't want to say a bad word about Van Nistelrooy. We knew he was inexperienced. We got him in for his potential. Give the guy time. It's not his fault. Jordan Ayew to take the corner. Cleared. Again. It's hard to say, but yeah, I get your point. That is why this was a must-win for us. Yeah, Vardy again, another chance to score, and it's wide. Leicester need a playmaker. We need KDH back. He's wasted at Chelsea. Considering Wolves are shocking from set pieces, we haven't attacked them at all. It is Rude's fault. He's the one who started this team, and he's the one subbing on BDR instead of Facundo. It's a fair point. I do tend to agree with Krishna. I think resources need to go elsewhere. I know. Ball delivered into the box there for Cunha. He has literally got half an open goal. All he needs to do is head it on target, and it's going to beat Danny Ward, and he just goes wide. Oh, my God. Agree. Don't let him go again. This is so bad. It's so fucking bad. We've been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. And this is what we're seeing. And Facundo Buonanotte has finally come on for Leicester City. For Jordan Ayew. Yeah, probably Costa. Yeah, probably, mate. Second half clean sheet, that's for sure. Samare. Steffi Mavididi. Delivers the ball. Facundo Buonanotte tries to win it. He doesn't. Wolves with a chance to attack. Cunha goes out wide to Guedes, right into Danny Ward's centre, if you want to call it. I don't fucking know. Left at half time, mate. First time ever. I couldn't watch it anymore, Reese says. Reese, mate, I hope you're at the hope you're at the live call-in show tomorrow night, mate, and tell us all about it. I want to hear your thoughts, please. I really do. Top Outright says whatever is to be done from now is pretty much pointless. The game is dead and buried. That's why I stopped watching it. It was just too painful, Costa said. 84 minutes on the clock. Yeah, he saved something. Yeah, I will, mate. Don't worry, I might be a bit angry there, mate. Let it rip, let it rip, mate. Tomorrow, the live call-in show at 7 o'clock. I want everyone and anyone to come on. If you were at the game, if you were watching from home, come on and tell us exactly what you thought to that game. We've still got 5 minutes to play, but remember, at full time, there is instant match reaction. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, because we have an instant match reaction coming up straight after this. You don't need to do anything. You'll be redirected straight to the instant match reaction. It doesn't keep me sane, mate. It makes me fucking do lally, mate. This is Newcastle, and I've stopped watching at half time, and I'm so glad I did. Absolute shambles. I'll stay up tomorrow. I really want to be on the call-in show after this shit show. Please do, mate. Please do. They've made my little boy cry, mate. I'm too depressed to get angry. David says Ipswich Town have Arsenal away, Chelsea at home, Fulham away. Happy Christmas, Locks. Danny Ward's biography on its way to you. One page, one line, one word, shit. Think the team will get booed off the pitch at full time? 100% they will. No doubt about it for me. The whole team, the manager, the staff, the owner, the board, they will all be booed off after this game finishes. Please, referee, abandon the game. Just blow the whistle, put us out of our misery. Let's all go cry till we get over it. CR7, it says Hamza needs to be a star. I don't think so. Rude will resign, I reckon, like he did at PSV. It depends what happens in the window, mate. If Rude says, I need this, this, and this, and the owners don't give him any of it, I think there's a possibility, yeah, for sure. For sure. 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. I'll be playing Football Manager after this, where I've actually got Leicester in a good position, unlike this shit show. Wolves come forward. $24, of course, mate. 24, Vivian. Yeah, 24. Nice one. Sounds good. Sounds like hard work. I said at the back of the last season that we need to see a Mavididi replacement because he's too inconsistent. Now we're relying on him too much. Up the Foxes. Wolves making 2 more substitutions here. FM is 100% more fun than watching this shit week in, week out. Yep. Mavididi when he isn't playing against Plymouth and Rotherham. Mate, the whole team. Ah, man. Get a laptop. Download FM24. What's the point of having a billionaire owner if they can't spend any money? May as well have Locks as chairman, mate. Exactly. You may as well have me and I just give these out to the players. Literally. Facundo Buonanotte getting forward now for Leicester. He's taken out. I think it's not giving us a foul. Vardy shoots. It comes to Vardy. And now Vardy's down injured, which is the last thing we need. Oh, God. Still 3-0 Leicester. Still, I wish. Still 3-0 Wolves. And still 3-0 Bournemouth against Man United. It's definitely bad. It's definitely bad. There's a kid in the stands with a sign that's There's a kid in the stands with a sign that says all I want for Christmas is 3 points. And then the 3 is crossed out and it says 1 point. So he's edited it during the game. Bless him. That's about the only thing we can smile or laugh at today, I think. It's been an absolute shambles from minute 18, basically. It's quite clear to me that the substitutions Ruud van Nistelrooy made, not particularly the halftime ones, but definitely the ones at minute 50, 55, whenever it was, they were there to basically make sure we didn't concede even more and make it embarrassing. But really, what's the difference between losing 3-0 and 5-0? The manner of the defeat is still a shambles. Oh, we kept a clean sheet at half-time. Since half-time, we've kept a clean sheet. Fucking buzzing. Get in. Shower of shit. That's a shame you won't be there, Krishna, but I appreciate your time. Have a nice Christmas, and we'll see you afterwards. The instant match reaction that Krishna is referring to there is a panel show of Anil, Manny, and Neil, Luke, and LCFC Doc, Andreas. They will be doing the instant match reaction to this game. Make sure you get there. Four minutes at a time, by the way. We're already into 2 of that. Leicester are the worst team. Luke's rant will be the only positive today. Locks, would you be looking at a potential managerial change? Not yet. Nah, it has to be Southampton. Peter says Leicester are the worst team at the moment. Yeah. Oh, God, we nearly gave the ball away there from Danny Ward. We've got a minute left. Yeah, we'll do, mate. I've already texted her. It's like the United job. Doesn't matter who your manager is. If you manage League One level players in the Prem, I think it's slightly different. United have a top 8 squad, but where are they? You know what I mean? It might just be deep-rooted toxicity, deep-rooted can't be arseness, whatever it is. That should be full-time any second now. Should be full-time any second now. And there we go. Full-time. Full-time. Leicester City have been wiped the floor with by Wolverhampton Wanderers on their first game of their new manager bounce. Leicester's manager bounce, Leicester's and Ruud van Nistelrooy's honeymoon period is over. And it's, what can you say? I don't know what you can say. Get your comments in, what you thought to the game. I mean, you've done it all game long. You've had all your comments in, so I understand what everyone's thinking. It's the same as me. It's the same as what Anil will think, what Luke will think, what Neil will think, what Manny will think. 3 words: shower of shit. Let the booze ring out for Christmas. Yeah, absolutely. It was fucking embarrassing. Yeah, Richie says that. Willie says, what the actual fuck? It's really fucking bad. Really bad. Worst performance of the season. It's very concerning that we've said 2 weeks in a row under a new manager that it's the worst week, the worst performance of the season. Dara says, utterly embarrassing. Big job for RVN. Need a big clear out. Peter says, what of the current playing group needs to go? Yazan says, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen against Wolves at home. Reese says, Locks, I followed you on Twitter, like to have a chat with you about something. If not, it's all, yeah, man, of course. Yeah, of course, bro. Of course, man. Anytime. I'll reply shortly, mate. Rude out, joking. Willie says, yeah, look, listen. If you are new around here, those who have been here for weeks and weeks know the drill. We have something now called the instant match reaction, which is Anil, Luke, and Neil and Manny who will do an instant match reaction, as it says on the tin. You don't need to change anything on your screens if you're watching on computer, laptop, phone, whatever. Don't do anything. You are about to be redirected live to the instant match reaction. Just quickly from me, I want to thank everybody so much for the support they've shown on the channel. There's been loads of people here today watching this shower of shit with me. It makes it a little bit more bearable. So thank you to all of you. We'll have the live call-in show tomorrow, of course, at 7 o'clock. If you want to take part in that, just call in. The link will be there. But yes, over to the match reaction. I'm sure we're about to hear a big, big rant from Luke from Australia. Merry fucking Christmas.